I welcome you all to my class. I'm Ms. Vandana Gupta, Assistant Professor of Mathematics. So today we are going to start with the uh, compound interest topic. Okay. See this interest and annuity. This is unit 2 of section 1, which is mathematics. And in that, this part interest, that is the first subunit we are uh, now doing. So before we actually begin with interest, I think simple interest we have already taken. The notations are all same. The principal amount is the amount which you borrow from the bank or you keep in the bank as your deposit. So that is called as a principal amount. And the period for which the money is used or kept in the bank is called as period or term. And the additional money which a person has to pay while repaying the loan, or the additional money a person received at the time of maturity of fixed deposit, that is called as an interest. Okay. So, and that is denoted by I, capital I. The total amount including the principal and the interest is called as accumulated value or the amount. So these terms you already know. I just wanted to revise them. Then you know that the interest is calculated in two different ways. One is simple interest and the other one is compound interest. Simple interest we have already done. Now today we are going to see how to calculate the compound interest. Now the major difference between simple interest and compound interest is, in simple interest, the interest is always calculated on the initial principal. Whereas in compound interest, for a particular period, the interest is calculated on the amount of the previous year. So if the interest for a period is calculated on the amount of the previous period, then it is called as a compound interest. Let me explain you with the help of one example. Okay. So let us take this example will give you more idea about the calculation of simple interest and compound interest. Let us keep the principal P as 2000 and the rate of interest R as 10% per annum. Here also I am keeping the rate of interest same as 10% per annum. This is how I am going to, this is simple interest and this is compound interest. So I have divided them. Now in the simple interest, let us see in the first year, this is my first year. In first year, what was the what interest I will get? Okay, so interest is calculated 10% of 2000. So what is 10% of 2000? 10% of 2000. It will be 200. Correct? So the amount after 1 year will be, as you know, principal plus interest. That is the amount. Okay. So principal is 2000 and the interest is 200. So after 1 year, the amount will be 2200. Okay. In simple interest. Let us see what happens in the compound interest. First year, what is the interest rate? 10% again. So interest will be in first year, interest will be फर्स्ट ईयर में इंटरेस्ट क्या हो जाएगा 10% of 2000. Just now we have calculated here, it is 200. So what will be the amount after 1 year? Principal plus interest, that is same as 2000 plus 200. So that is 2200. So there is no difference in the interest in the first year. Okay, 2200. In simple interest also you are getting 2200, and in compound interest also you are getting the same amount 2200. Look at here. Okay. Now what happens in the second year? In the second year, what will be the interest in if you are calculating by using simple interest? As we know that in simple interest, the interest is always calculated on the initial period. So second year में भी interest हम किसके ऊपर calculate करेंगे? 10% of the initial principal. Initial principal is 2000. So 10% of 2000. That is same as 200. So what will be the amount after 2 years? After 2 years, what amount you will get? After the end of first year, 2200. So in this amount, the interest of the second year, that is 200, will be added and you will get 2400. So at the end of second year, the amount what you will get is 2400. Let us see in the compound interest. Second year. In second year, what will be the interest in the compound interest? The interest is 10%, but 10% of what? Not the initial principal. In compound interest, interest is calculated on the amount of the previous year. So what is the amount of the previous year? It is 2200. So interest will be calculated on interest means 10% of amount of the previous year, that is 2200. Okay. So what is 10% of 2200? It is 220. So this is the interest you are getting in the second year. Whereas in simple interest, the interest was only 200. Here you got more interest in the second year, that is 220. What is the amount after 2 years in the second year? What is the amount in the second year? The amount in the first year was 2200. And in this, the interest of the second year will be added, that is 220. So you will get 2420. Look at the amount. If you are calculating by simple interest method, then in second year, the amount you get is 2400 for the same principal, 2000. And if the interest is calculated by using compound interest, then the amount in the second year, you are getting 2420, 20 rupees more. So you are getting more amount if the calculation is done by using the compound interest. Okay. Because the interest is calculated not on the initial principal, but the amount of the previous year. Look at the amount of the previous year is 2200, which is in principal plus interest. So when you are calculating the interest on this amount, you are calculating the interest on this initial amount as well as on the interest on the interest. So you are getting the interest on the interest here. So that is why you are getting more interest in the compound interest and more amount. Let us see in the third year. In the third year, in simple interest, what will be the interest? It will be same as 10% of the initial principal, that is 2000, 10% of 2000. So it is same as 200. What will be the amount in the third year? In the second year, the amount was 2400. In this, the interest of the third year is added. So you will get 2600. Okay. What happens in the third year in the compound interest case? So in this, interest is calculated on 10% of what? Amount of the previous year. What is the previous year's amount? It is 2420. So 10% of 2420. Okay. So what is that? It is 10 upon 100 into 2420. So these two zeros will get cancelled here. So you will get 242. So this will be your interest in the third year. Okay. Whereas in simple interest, you are getting the interest as 200 only in third year. Here you got interest 242. See, 42 rupees more. And what will be the amount after 3 years? The amount after 3 years is calculated as the amount at the end of 2 years plus the interest of the third year, 242. So you will get 2662. See here, 2420 plus 242 will give you 2662. Look at the compare the amount. So you can see that in the first year, interest is also same, amount is also same. But in the second year, the interest is also more and the amount is also more. In the third year also, interest here you are getting only 200. In the compound interest, third year interest you are getting as 242. Amount you are getting 2600. Here you are getting the amount as 2662. So by taking one simple example, I have tried to explain you the amount and interest in the compound interest is always more than the amount in the simple interest. See, in the long run, if I have calculated only up to 3 years, generally people keep their money for, you know, for a longer period. So if number of years are more, and I have taken a small amount, only 2000, if it is 10 lakhs, 1 lakh, 5 lakhs, or so in long run, you get, you accumulate a large amount in the if the interest is calculated by using the compound interest formula. Okay, so this was the I tried to explain you what is the difference between simple interest and compound interest. Now see how the formula of compound interest arises. Let us see that. So suppose this is my principal, P is principal, that means the initial amount, and R is rate of interest per annum. Okay, R percent per annum. Okay, is the rate of interest per annum. Okay, now let us see how will I get the formula. So in the first year, what will be the interest in the first year? R percent of P, correct? Rate of interest is R percent per year. So R percent of the principal. So this is my principal, R percent of this. So R upon 100. This is my interest in the first year. What will be the amount in the first year? Principal plus interest. Interest is PR upon 100. Okay. Principal plus interest in the first year is PR upon 100. So if I take out a common, P common from here, what will I get? 1 plus R upon 100. So I'm getting amount in the first year is P in the bracket 1 plus R upon 100. This is my amount in the first year. Let us now calculate the interest in the second year. Okay, as I know that in compound interest, interest is always calculated on the amount of the previous year. So interest will be calculated on what? This is my amount in the previous year. On this amount, I will take the interest. So interest rate is R percent. So it is, this is my principal now. Okay, 1 plus, if it the amount of in the first year, I have to take R percent of this. So into R upon 100. I hope you have understood. In second year, interest will be what? It will be calculated on the amount of the previous year. Previous year means the first year. So amount in the first year is this much, P into 1 plus R upon 100. So R percent of this we have to take. So P into 1 plus R upon 100 is ka R percent. So R upon multiply by R upon 100. So this is the interest in the second year. So what will be the amount in the second year? Amount in the second year will be principal plus interest. What was the principal? This was the principal, no? But in this amount of the first year, what will happen? You will add the interest. Means this you will add. P into 1 plus R upon 100 into R upon 100. Okay. Now from these two terms, if you take out this common, P into 1 plus R upon 100, from this term and this term, you will get 1 plus R upon 100. So that will give you P into 1 plus R upon 100 into 1 plus R upon 100. That means raised to power 2. So you will get this. See, once again, P is the principal, R is the rate of interest. In the first year, interest will be what? I for interest. Interest will be R percent of principal. So PR upon 100. What will be the amount? You know, amount is principal plus interest. So P is principal plus interest. How much? PR upon 100. In both these terms, there is P common. So we take out this P. So in the bracket, you will get 1 plus R upon 100. So this is the amount after 1 year. Let us see and calculate the interest of the second year. As you know that in the compound interest, interest is always calculated on the amount of the previous year. So interest is calculated on this amount. So R percent of P into 1 plus R upon 100. Okay. So what will be the amount after second year? This is the amount after first year. Okay. This is the amount after second year will be in the amount of the first year, I mean this P into 1 plus R upon 100, you will add the interest. So plus P into 1 plus R upon 100 into R upon 100. Okay. From these two terms, you take out this common, P into 1 plus R upon 100. Here, it is also here. So from here, you will get 1, and from here, R upon 100. Now, 1 plus R upon 100 into 1 plus R upon 100 will give you 1 plus R upon 100 square. So amount after 2 years is this, P into 1 plus R upon 100 square. If you continue in a similar way, then you will see that in the third year, the amount will be, in the third year, if you, the interest will be calculated on this amount of the previous year. That means second year's amount. In the third year, the amount what you will get will be P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to power 3. Okay. If it is for fourth year, then you will get here power 4. So in this way, you get a formula for calculating the amount. So this is what I have written here. See here. The formula for accumulated value A, or the amount, is A equal to P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to power n, where what is n? N is number of time periods. Okay. If your rate of interest is R% per annum, if R% per annum is your rate of interest, annum is year. So the number n will also be years, the number of years. But that may not be the case always. Okay. Your time period may be year, monthly, quarterly, semi-quarterly, or half yearly, or so on. Okay. So accordingly, your as per your time period, your n will be the number of time periods. Okay. So I'm not writing number of years. It is number of time periods. Okay. So amount accumulated A is given by P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to power n. Okay. And how do you find, this is the amount, how do you find out the compound interest after n periods? You know, interest is what? A minus P. So A is P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to n, and minus P. Now look at the similarity of this, compare this formula with the simple interest formula. Okay. Look at in the simple interest. In simple interest, what is the interest calculated? PR, this is your formula, correct? So what is the amount? Amount is P plus I. So P plus I means PR upon 100. If you take out P common, so you will get 1 plus Rn upon 100. This is the formula for accumulated value in simple interest. And what is the formula for compound interest? में accumulated value का formula क्या है? P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to power n. यहाँ पर ये power में आता है. Look at here. See the comparison. Compare these two. Simple interest में amount is calculated as P into 1 plus R n upon 100. यहाँ पर A is equal to P into 1 plus R upon 100. ये जो n है, this goes in the power. यहाँ पर R से n multiply होता है, और compound interest में this n goes as a power. So that is the way you can compare these two formulas. Okay. So I hope you have understood. Once you have, in compound interest, it is mostly first we calculate the accumulated value. Okay. And then the interest as amount minus principal. Once you know the accumulated value, interest can be calculated as amount minus principal. So let us now take some problems. Look at this question. Find the compound interest and the amount after 3 years on a principal of rupees 15,000 at 10% per annum. It's a very straightforward problem. What is given to you in this question? You are given principal P is equal to 15,000. Okay. And what is the rate of interest? It is given as 10% per annum. And what is the number of time period? Time period here is year, क्योंकि ये rate आपको year में दिया है. So it is n. N is 3 years. What you have to find out? The compound interest and the amount. आपको compound interest निकालना है and amount निकालना है. Okay. So as we know that, what is our formula for amount? A is equal to principal P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to power n. Okay. So P ka value, put the values 15,000. 1 plus R is 10. So 10 upon 100 raised to power 3. Okay. So it is 15,000. 1 plus 10 upon 100 is 0.1 raised to power 3. This will give you 15,000 into 1.1 raised to power 3. Okay. Now you have to calculate this. So 1.1 raised to power 3 is what? You are multiplying 1.1 3 times. Okay. Use your calculator to calculate this. So 1.1 raised to power 3 is 1.331. And in that, if you multiply by 15,000, you get 19,965. Okay. So this is the compound interest, amount after 3 years. Okay. Now you also have to find out the compound interest. अभी हमने amount निकाला है. What is compound interest? Compound interest is amount minus principal. So amount is 19,965 minus what is your principal? It is 15,000. So subtract 15,000 from this. So that this amount 4,965 is the compound interest. This was a very, very simple problem. Just the application of the formula. Okay. P. In this formula also, you are given 4 things: A, P, R, and N. So out of these 4 things, if you know any 3, fourth one can be found out. So in this problem, you are given the value of P, you are given R, you are given N. So you have found out A. And once you know amount, interest can be calculated as amount minus principal. Okay. Let us go for the next problem. Abid keeps a fixed deposit of rupees 50,000 in a bank for 4 years with rate of compound interest 9.5% per annum. Find the amount he will receive at the time of maturity after 4 years. This is per annum. How will you do this problem? How much amount is kept in a bank? He keeps a fixed deposit of rupees 50,000. So you are given here P is equal to 50,000. Okay. And for how long it is kept? For 4 years. So the value of N is equal to 4. And what is the rate of interest R? It is 9.5% per annum. What you have to find out? Find the amount he will receive at the time of maturity after 4 years. So here the principal is 50,000 and it is kept for 4 years. So N is 4 and the rate of interest is 9.5%. What you have to find out here? Find the amount he will receive at the time of maturity after 4 years. So you have to find out the value of a very straightforward problem. What is your formula to calculate A? P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to power n. So put all the values. Principal is 50,000. 1 plus R is 9.5 divided by 100 raised to power 4. So it is 50,000. 1 plus 9.5 divided by 100 and then you have to add it to 1. Okay. So if it's 0.095 raised to power 4. So it will be 50,000 into 1.095 raised to power 4. Okay. Calculate that. So you are getting 71,883.05. So this is the answer. That means if 50,000 is kept in a bank, then after 4 years, with the interest rate of 9.5%, the amount getting is 71,883.5%. Okay. See, I'll tell you how to solve this by using the your calculator in a fastest way. See, 1.095 raised to power 4. If you have to calculate this by using the calculator, the steps are what you have to do. I'm writing it here. You first press 1.095 in your calculator. When you get this number on the screen, press multiplication button, and then you want raised to power 4. So 3 times you have to press equal sign. So what you will get is 1.095 raised to power 4. Okay. So that way you can do it quickly if you are not having the scientific calculator. Scientific calculator mein there is directly you can find out the power, but in the non-programmable calculators you have to, if you want to calculate the power of a number, first press that number. So and then the symbol of multiplication, and if you want 4 power, then press equal sign 3 times. Okay. If you want 5 powers, press equal sign 4 times, 1 less. Okay. So you will get the power. And then multiply it by that number, 50,000, you will get. Third question. Look at in this. Preeti kept a certain amount as a fixed deposit in a cooperative bank, which offered 10% rate of interest, compounded annually. That means the meaning is 10% per annum. At the time of maturity after 4 years, she received rupees 73,205. Find the principal amount. Now, see in this question, you are asked to find the principal amount. She has kept a certain amount in the bank. So that amount you have to calculate. And how much amount she received? She received this much amount after 4 years at the time of maturity. So this is her accumulated value. So what are the things given to you? Try to understand and write down what are the things given. So here you are given the accumulated value as 73,205. Okay. Rate of interest R is 10%. And what is N? N is 4. And what you have to find out? Find the principal amount. So you have to find out the value of P. As I told you, in the formula of amount, 4 unknowns are there. If you know any 3, you can find out the fourth one. Okay. So here amount is given to you. So I'm putting the value 73,205 for A. Put all the values. P you have to calculate. So put P as it is. 1 plus R is 10. So 10 upon 100 and N is 4. Okay. So your left hand side is same as 73,205, and 1 plus 10 upon 100. So that will give you 1 plus 0.1 raised to power 4. So it will be P 1.1 raised to power 4. Okay. And then this is 73,205. If you want, you can find out 1.1 raised to power 4 in a similar way as I told you. 1.1 and then multiplication and then 3 times equal sign. So that gives you 1.4641. Okay. So from here, you can solve this equation and find the value of P. So 73,205 is equal to this. Okay. So what will be the value of P? It is 73,205 divided by 1.4641. Okay. This number, you will shift that side, so it will divide. So 73,205 divided by 1.4641. So that gives you 50,000. That means initially she kept how much in the bank? 50,000 she kept as a amount in the bank. 50,000. So what is that amount? It is 50,000. So in this problem, you were given A and we have calculated the value of the principal amount. Now some problems I have already solved here. We can go through them. Look at this. Mr. Sinha borrows rupees 12,000 for 4 years at compound interest rate of 8% per annum. How much he will have to repay at the end of 4 years? So here the principal amount is 12,000, n is 4, and the rate of interest is 8%. We have to calculate how much amount he will have to repay. That means you have to calculate the value of A. So put the formula. A, apply the formula, amount equal to P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to power n. P is 12,000. N is 8, 8 upon 100 raised to power 4. So 12,000 into 1 plus 8 upon 100 is 0.08. If you multiply, add it with 1, you will get 1.08 raised to power 4. Okay, so that gives you 16,325.87. As I told you, to get 1.08 raised to power 4, what you have to do? First press 1.08 in your calculator, then multiplication, and then 3 times equal sign. So you will get the value of 1.08 raised to power 4 on your calculator screen. Multiplied by 12,000, you will get the answer. Okay, so 12,000 rupees if the loan is taken, then he has to repay how much amount? 16,325.87 at the end of 4 years. Then one more problem was there. Find the compound interest and the amount after 4 years on rupees 20,000. It's a very straightforward problem. You are given here principal is 20,000, R is 6% and N is 4. So just apply the formula. A is P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to power N. So A is 20,000, P is 20,000, R is 6 upon 100 raised to power 4. Same way, 1.06 raised to power 4, that gives you 25,249.54. So this is the amount. How to find out the compound interest? Use this formula. Compound interest is amount minus principal. Amount is 25,249.54 and the principal is 20,000. So 5,249.54 is the interest. So once you have got the amount, you can subtract it from the principal, you get the compound interest. So today we have solved the problems in which we have calculated compound interest, amount, and if the amount is given, principal. Okay, so this type of problems we have seen. In the, as I told you, in this formula, 4 unknowns are there. If you know any 3, you can find out the 4th one. So in the next lecture, we will see if A, P P and R is given, how to find out N? Or if A, P and N is given, how to find out R? Okay. So thank you all.